Good afternoon. My name is Lawrence Gomez. For CIS 3167 midterm presentation, I worked on Newark Police Department crime dataset. The dataset I purely focused on is Newark Police Department arrest dataset for the fiscal year of 2020. This is the entire view of the dataset, which provides the arrest counts for the year 2020 by dates, the offense description, law type of the description, by boroughs, by gender and age group. And for the visualization, I used pivot charts and slicers to answer the following questions. My research questions are: in which month arrested people count peaked and the reason behind of the peaking arrested people count? What race does this people belong to, and what age group does this people belong to, and what are the level of their offense? So the first chart is a bar chart that provides the total arrest for the year 2020, and it breaks down by the boroughs of New York City: Brooklyn, Manhattan, Bronx, and Queens. As we can see, Brooklyn has registered the highest number of arrests in the year 2020, which is 38,258, and it's 27% in Brooklyn, 24% in Manhattan, which is the second most. Bronx is at 23%, Queens at 21%, and Staten Island is the least with 4%. The next chart provides the monthly arrest trends for the year 2020 by months and quarters. As we can see, is the beginning of the year, the most arrests was recorded, as it's almost around 16,000. Then the count declined at the end of Q1 and in April due to coronavirus pandemic and the lockdown. Then it peaked back again in May, primarily due to the civil unrest and the riots that happened due to the Black Lives Matters protest. Since then, in June and July, the number again declined, and from August it increased, and till then it's on a higher peak. The next chart is the bar chart that provides the offense description for those arrested peoples. Primarily, more than 95% of the arrests are reasoning misdemeanor and felony. As we can see, these numbers are the highest in each of the quarters. The next chart provides the gender description of these arrested peoples. 83% are male and 17% are female. It's a bar graph I have created to visualize the age group range for these arrested peoples. More than almost 60% of the arrested peoples are aged between 25 to 44, and the total count is 77,400. Surprisingly, almost 4% of these arrested peoples are teenagers or people aged below 18, and almost 20% is aged between 18 to 24. So unless these two numbers decline, it would be really difficult to control the crime rate in New York City. The next chart provides the race description of these arrested peoples by quarter. And as we can see, Black community, and the white hospice community peoples are arrested most among all other races. Black community people number is higher in Q1, since then in decline in Q2 and Q3, and then in peak back again in Q4. But for white, Hispanic, and white, the number declined since Q1. As we can see, the number is trending lower in Q2, Q3, and Q4. The next chart is the funnel chart that provides the top 20% of the assault reasons by descending order. As we can see, the primary reason of those assaults or crime offense is assault related reasons, And next is the felony assaults. Next is petty larceny. Then we have dangerous drugs, miscellaneous penal laws, and robbery. These are the top 6 reasons for the assaults or offense. And the next chart I have created to view the top 10 crime descriptions by each quarter, and I have the option to select the slicer to view it for each of the age group people. As we can see, the primary reasons are assaults, assaults 3 and related offense, then is felony assaults, petty larceny, burglary, dangerous drugs, and robbery. And as we can see, if we select each of the age group, the chart provides those age groups top 10 crime descriptions. Almost 60% of the age group is between 25 to 44. For those arrested peoples, as we can see, their primary reasons are assaults, then they have dangerous drugs and felony assaults. Assaults are higher in each of the quarter. Dangerous drug is the second most in Q1. Since then, it declined in Q2, Q3, and it peaked back again in Q4. It's a similar thing for petty larceny. It increased from Q1 to Q2 to Q3 to Q4. If we just look at the age group below 18, their primary reason for arrest is robbery, as this number is showing the most among each quarter. So this is the full description of my dashboard for NYPD arrests for the year of 2020. And on top, I have the slicer for bureaus. As we can see, if I select each of the bureaus, that provides that bureau's numbers, arrest descriptions, gender allocation, age group allocation, and race description, and funnel chart provides the top 20% of the assault reasons. So I want to conclude with that. Thank you for all for listening to me.